listen closely. You have the potential to become the most powerful being on Earth. You need to believe in yourself and unleash that power. It's do or die time. So draw out all your strength and use it to protect your world and everyone in it.
Aloha. This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And it is Sunday, and this weekend had a couple of new movies that came out. Mainly Beast with Idris Elba, my review's up, but also Dragon Ball Superhero. And ever since the trailers had come out, I had wanted to see this. It looked really good. You know, I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, not so much a GT, but I did watch it, and it was all right overall. Just really slow to start. But loved Dragon Ball Super. And even the Broly movie that came out that put Broly in continuity, just like, who was it? Vegito, I believe, into continuity as well, is fabulous. And this movie, well, without further ado, remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for Dragon Ball Superhero, it is a shaka thumbs up. Now, Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball has been around for forever. This is like probably one of the longest running anime series, you know, around nowadays. And at first I did not love Dragon Ball Z. You know, that which is started on Cartoon Network for me way back in the late 90s, say 90, wait, yeah, about was it the late 90s? Yeah, about 98, 99, I think. Actually, you know, I'd caught some of it, but then mainly in the 2000s, the early 2000s, I really went ahead and I started watching the series. And first off, I was not a fan. It was like, it just looked like wrestling to me. And then the format that Cartoon Network used, the episodic things where it's like, oh, you know, there's always this big dialogue. Oh, I'm gonna stop you, I'm gonna mess you up, you can't beat me, I'm the Saiyan, oh, you know. And then against these villains, I think at the time it was like the androids mainly, is what I jumped into. And it was like, okay, action's finally going to start. And then it's tune in next time for Dragon Ball Z. It's like, what? I said, I'm not watching this. You know, all this, you know, puff and stance and bravado. And you don't even get to the action until next episode. And then the action, either it drags on or it's over like super quick. And then it goes more into the like talky stuff. And then it's like, you know, give me the action right up front here so I can get into it, you know. But, you know, eventually it wore me down. And I finished watching all the Dragon Ball Z, went back on DVD, checked out all of Dragon Ball. And, you know, despite that's very kidsy, it's like, okay, yeah, I enjoy this. And with Super, it was fabulous. And, well, talking about Dragon Ball Superhero, the movie, it has really stormed the box office, even beating out Idris Elba's Beast movie, quite surprisingly. But honestly, from Friday, I went to the movies like Thursday night, and Dragon Ball Z was like sold out. Or I mean, Dragon Ball Superhero was sold out. I was going to go see Beast anyways, and so I saw Beast. But there were like some people watching Beast that really, you know, they had brought their kids, and it's like, obviously they were trying to get into the Dragon Ball Z, but then they showed up and there's like, oh, there's no seats left. It's like, oh, let's go to Beast. And they made my movie experience of Beast, dismal, because their kids are running around bored with Beast because it's not a kid's movie. And the parents didn't want to, like, well, let's save money and just go back home. No, so they wasted money, took their kids to a movie that they didn't want to see, that even the parents couldn't enjoy, that other people now can enjoy because your kids are running around during Beast. It's supposed to be like quiet thriller kind of, lion stalking kind of movie, and it's like, just because you wanted to see Dragon Ball and oh well. But I digress. That should say that, should give you some implications of how popular Dragon Ball is and was for this weekend, winning out the box office incredibly enough. And this movie really deserved that. The story is excellent, coming off of the events of Dragon Ball Super, and then, the series, and then the Broly. We find Goku and Vegeta still on planet Beerus. Beerus's home planet. Whiz is still training them, but Broly has now started to live there, hiding out from Frieza, and also learning from Goku and Vegeta, hoping to control his infinite rage, because basically Broly is the Hulk of the Dragon Ball Z universe. And Beerus not happy about that, but we find that Beerus has eyes for Broly's girlfriend, which should make for an interesting love triangle there as well. But fortunately, in addition to that, her friend, is also a great chef, and so that puts Beerus even more at ease to allow them to stay on his planet and continue to train with Goku and Vegeta. But then cut to Earth, and we find out that the Red Ribbon Army, all the way back from Goku, little Goku, and the little Dragon Ball days when he's flying around on Nimbus, and even before that, that the Red Ribbon Army has returned, and that led by their grandson Magenta, Cmdr Magenta, and he is able to find the great grandson of Dr. Jiro, who has even more intelligence, more genius than the former Dr. Jiro. And they give a recap of, the super androids, Android 16, 17, 18, Cell, which was commissioned by the Red Ribbon Army and set up by Dr. Jiro. And basically they get his grandson, Dr. Jiro's grandson, Dr. Heddo, to create even greater androids, and in addition make a new cell called Cell Max, so that the Red Ribbon Army can come out of hiding finally and implement its plans to take over the world in world domination. Right off the bat, from the trailers, from the pictures that I'd seen, there is no mistaking those outfits that Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, the two super androids, even more powerful than androids 17 and 18 apparently, look like blatant rip-offs or copies of Cyborg 009. And if you were going to tell me that, it's like, I just wish that Akira Toriyama would have gone full-fledged into that and merged the two kind of universes, because it did kind of make sense. I mean, you look at those outfits. Those outfits, even the gun, the pistols that Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 use are straight out of Cyborg 009. The only difference is that, their head shape is not very human in itself. But again, maybe an amalgamation of, say, an Ultraman kind of look. with the fin, I'd say. So kind of combining Cyborg 009 and maybe an Ultraman kind of look for these new androids. But I mean, you know, instead of the Red Ribbon Army, Akira Toriyama could have said, hey, Black Ghost took over the Red Ribbon Army, like we had seen in 009. And if you're going to incorporate these kind of 009 android, evil android stylings, then why not just embrace it and say Black Ghost, instead of the Red Ribbon Army, now rules the remnants of the Red Ribbon Army, and go on for that. And then they turn their attention towards the Z Fighters. I mean, that all would have worked, and it would have expanded the Dragon Ball Cyborg 009 universe, but I don't know. It just seemed like a missed opportunity to me. However, Piccolo soon discovers that the Red Ribbon Army is back. He is attacked by one of these super androids, one of the Gammas, and you know, in a fight, feigns his defeat. A very Piccolo kind of strategic move in order to follow them back to their hidden volcano base. You know, really going back to the roots of the Red Ribbon Army, and infiltrate the Red Ribbon Army, this new faction, and find out their plans, that they have made a new cell. And he immediately attempts to warn you know, the other Z Fighters, get Goku and Vegeta back on Earth from training. However, when it turns out that they cannot find them or find a means to contact them, you know, he turns to Gohan and get the Ultra Gohan. What was it? Gohan during Super had kind of reached a new ascended level of power. And in this movie, he even gains even greater power. And Piccolo turns to the Dragon Balls to wish for his potential power to be maximized, to reach his true potential. Thinking back to the old days on Namek, that he had seen was done originally with Gohan and even Krillin to get their powers amplified. And with that, he is able to take on much of the Red Ribbon Army and the androids, becoming a new ascended Super Namek, in a sense. Orange Piccolo, that's his color change of greater power. And we get maybe an advanced ascended Gohan, who seems like, you know, he looks like he's gone into the Ultra Instinct mode. However, his fighting style does not show that, but that's the look, the kind of a silvery white outline look to Gohan's new increased power level. And between the two of them, Piccolo and Gohan, and their new increased power, even without Vegeta and Goku, as this turns out to be a very familial, you know, father-son bonding movie between Gohan and Piccolo, who everyone knows Piccolo had basically, he's been there for Gohan his entire life, in addition to training him in his fighting style, something his neglectful dad, as many many Dragon Ball fans will note, that Goku is kind of a bad father in that respect, and thus, you know, you get more of the father and son relationship building throughout this movie, which is very touching for Piccolo and for Gohan. In addition to this increased power level, it just turns out to be a nice familial kind of bonding film, increased power film. So both of them are able to defeat these androids, the new super androids, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, with the help of Krillin coming in, Android 18 coming in, Trunks and Gohan, now teenagers, make their appearance. So they have grown since Dragon Ball Super when we had last seen them as well. And then to top it all off, their final battle with this Cell Max, who threatens again to destroy the world. And the Red Ribbon Army is thus defeated. Really, really powerful stuff. And the animation style in this is really good. At first, it took me out of it a little bit because it's very video game, very crisp and clean lines. Very CGI, than, the traditionally drawn animatics that I'm accustomed to. But for the movie and the scope of it, it really does work. And I think that and the feels that this movie brings in Dragon Ball Superhero really does an excellent job. Piccolo and Gohan are Dragon Ball favorites. Would I have preferred to see Vegeta and Goku save the day once again? Yes. However, I would be lying to say it's not refreshing to see some of the other Z fighters come in and save the day. As people have often said that throughout this franchise, throughout the series, I was like, it's always Goku saving the day, And it even goes back to some of the earlier movies, although not canon nowadays, where Gohan, when Goku had died from Cell and only Gohan was there to defeat certain androids or threats in some of the movies until Goku returned. So this harkens back to those moments. And with Piccolo and Gohan becoming even more powerful, this sets the next stage for the next Super Dragon Ball Super series, hopefully. And if not, then even more of these types of movies, where maybe we will see a more controlled and refined Broly, who actually gets able to control his power, which would be extremely dangerous, as it took the combined fusing of Goku and Vegeta to stop him before. And what threat would they have to face or be facing where they would have to turn to Broly, that a fused Goku, Vegeta, or Gogeta would not be powerful enough without Broly's help to defeat. Alright, so once again, strong shock and thumbs up for Dragon Ball Superhero. The best movie at the theaters currently, especially if you're an anime fan and especially a Dragon Ball fan, one way or the other, hands down. Alright, mahalo and aloha.